Nice roll
So,
of a 5.
okay, we understand that it must be a trying timer. So, what are your duties? Is just household duties for the keep itself?
That is correct, sir. That's what my wife and I have been here for quite a while, and our parents before us, sir. We have been stewards of the Sokols for quite a while now, several
Um,
generations.
Out of interest, when was the last time you saw Sergeant Grimm and his blackguards? And do you know roughly whereabouts they were within the keep or outside, or when you last saw them or remember seeing them?
Well, we could every night we could usually hear them drinking in the lighthouse, which is what they usually had done, and they would get loud. But the third night ago, we just as Eigen disappeared, so did Sergeant Grimm and his guard detail. But as for the guard detail, we had seen them earlier in the day, but just normal patrolling around the outskirts of the island.
So I'll kind of look to the party, and I mean, I'm getting pretty frustrated looking at these guys or hearing what they have to say. Um, does it seem as though they're lying? Is I'm
I
trying to
didn't
get a
seem
general
to.
idea from the party here. My insight is absolute shit, so
I
I'm
did.
looking to you guys.
I just from listening to them and the way they're talking, I feel what they're saying is kind of genuine from the heart. I actually kind of feel that they're having a bit of a hard time here and trying to keep the place maintained and nobody appearing for the last couple of days. I've not heard anybody and bits and bobs going on. They're getting a bit antsy, but don't seem to be covering anything up from what I can tell.
And there you go. That's the small Thorn Island there to the south on the city of Flan that I shared. So the island isn't that big, but the guard duty does still patrol the area because of like I said, and as Sergeant Hearn had said, it's because of all of the raiding that's been going on lately.
So Dave, I'd like to, I don't know, I'd still like to do a bit of I'm trying an intimidation check, is what I'll throw in the tower, but I'm gonna kind of look at him and just say, we're here to help. Laela told us we could come to the island. We could trust the words of Darveg and Chandra, that we were to look for you. And we come here and get roundabout answers. You've lost Eigen. You have no idea where Grim and the Blackguards is, and you're doing business as usual.
Okay, you can give me a check in the tower. He says, "Sir, I'm telling you everything that I know. I'm not trying to give you, roundabout answers. I'm sorry. Agan Sokol is a very nice man, young man. I've known him since he was a small child. I am concerned of him, but my job is to take care of the keep. My wife is supposed to take care of the inside, so we have jobs to do. That is what our job is. Our job is not to, you know, keep track of where Master Eigen is. Master Eigen has gone off from time to time for several days. He has. There's all kinds of things. I mean, I can tell you everything that I know. Just please come up to the house. We'll talk. We'll sit down, and my wife will get us some tea and we'll talk. But sir, I'm not trying to hide any information from you.
Did Eigen have any squires?
It is just my wife and I. That's it. We had a larger crew, but as times got tougher here in Flan, we had to let go of the other help.
I think at this point, what we need to do is we possibly need to go and have a look at what's going on in the lighthouse, and then we'll come and speak to you in the keep after we've kind of discovered what the situation is. And if we need any more information, we can come and talk to you there.
Okay. Well, My wife and I, we will have a brunch ready for you when you come back, and the all of the keys are for everything here on the island. And I
Thank you very
hope you
much.
find what you're looking for. And I hope you
Yeah, I
find
would.
Master Eigen. I don't know where he could be. We have had no boats No visitors, nothing like that for the last 3 days. None that I know of, anyway.
Yeah, we may be across the keep to have a look through his library and studying things shortly later.
You're more than welcome to look in Master Eigen's room at any time. And my wife and I will be off, and I will send my son to find you at the lighthouse. His name is. Do you know his name by chance? Anybody want free
Will that
inspiration?
be Rarad?
That's
Rarad?
it. That's you're close
And
enough.
his daughter Collins?
He doesn't have a daughter. You're fixing to lose that inspiration.
I thought you said he had 2 children.
No, it's roaring.
Rarad Collins. I thought you said earlier.
Rowan Collins, RC.
What are you playing, Varus?
Kalash. But
Can you
I
hear
have to
me?
give my second one to Varus.
Okay. Oh, what a nice guy, Varus.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Alright, I was having problems before, so I logged out and tried to get back.
Nah, no problem.
But I gave, as we walked away from the boat, I gave the captain his 20 gold like I said I would.
No, he says, when shall I be back, sir?
We'll probably stay the night here, so in the morning.
Okay. That sounds good to me. Or if you could just, he even tells you that Darvag could send a signal, send a bird or something to send a message.
Okay,
Whatever.
we'll do that.
All right. He thanks you. He thanks you generously. He says, the family could really use this. All right, so you guys head over towards the lighthouse, right?
Yeah, and as we start going that way, and the Darvak and Sundra start going back into the keep, I say to the rest of the guys and go, yeah, they didn't seem to kind of know a huge amount. They kind of just caretake the keep, going on there. They seem a bit antsy about what's going on, a bit nervous. They don't seem to have a huge amount of information that could be beneficial to us, from what I can gather from them. That might change at a later date, but I don't know what you guys think. But I think checking out where the majority of people should be to either light the lighthouse or maintain it, or whether the back guards are based, that should be a good port call to start looking first and scouting out what's going on in there.
Yeah, that's definitely where they're from. That's where they stay, is at the lighthouse, like you said.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and that was the last known point that he said that that they knew where they were at as well.
All right, let's go check out this lighthouse, guys.
Okay. So as you guys can, it's obviously the tallest of all 3 of the towers, of the keep and on the island, and it's on the southern end, right at the edge of the water, basically. And it's a really, really slender tower, really tall, about 80 foot tall. You can tell that there's, portholes on the side of the tower where you can tell that there's, it consists of 3 floors, and then, the 4th floor being the open air part with, the shield and stuff that protects the light. And, as you get there, there's a door, and it's an oak door. And you can also see that there's a little, I guess you could say, the door's slightly ajar as you get closer.
I suppose try and open, see the door's locked.
No, it's like I said, it's barely ajar. So it's open. You just push it open.
Yes. So yeah, have a look, push it open, have a look in.
Okay. So you look in, and on the base, this is a place where there's a bunch of storage going on, bunch of boxes, bunch of crates, mostly all empty. A lot of pieces of wood, some tools in here, shovels and picks and whatnot. Rope, all kinds of supplies. But then there's also, you see that the staircase runs runs along the the walls, kind of attached to the wall. Nothing fancy.
Okay.
Leading up or down?
It goes up. You're on the ground floor now.
Well, that could have been the basement.
No.
Well, we've got a supply of tools here if we need them to be able to do anything fixing wise. It's obviously tools here, so I think we wander up and have a look
Yes.
what's further up. There's not much in here apart from tools and
Tools.
stuff for fixing stuff.
Couple tables, some cups on the tables. This is probably one of the places where they drink. Plus, there's a couple of, tankards of ale, half drink. They're half fulls. So.
Does it look as though someone's recently been here?
Give me an investigation or perception check. You can tell it's probably been a couple of days.
I'll kind of knock
Because there's
over
just
the
a little
tankard
bit of
and
dust.
Let it drip around and kind of finger maybe the plate that the food is on and let it slap back down.
Yeah, you're able to tell it's probably been a couple of days.
Well, apart from the dust settling, guys, what are we doing here?
Let's
I think we go up and head up and see if we can find anybody around.
let's just go direct to the problem and see what's going on.
All right. So you go up to the second story, and this is where the guards are. Basically, it's like the barracks, and where the soldiers are staying. There's, 5 bunks, 5 basic foot lockers, 5 chests that has, they're open. It has like clothes and stuff hanging off them. And I don't mean like a treasure chest. I'm talking like a clothing chest that stands up about 5-6 feet tall.
Okay, have a quick look through the stuff, see if we find anything lying around that might leave some sort of clue as where they've gone and what's been going on the last few days while they were there. Might be leading up. Any like diary notes or anything like that, journal
Sure.
notes.
Yeah, give me a perception or investigation check.
So that'll be the best for me.
No, you don't see anything. You don't find anything here. No, it's just a bunch of
Yeah, it's
letters
worth
and
just
whatnot.
checking around to see if there's anything kind of set a pattern of what was happening before they disappeared or before we can't find them. You know what
Plus,
I
he
mean?
rolled a 3, so I'll give
Any
him
sign
another
of
chance.
struggle at all?
No, none at all. No, it's actually, for a guard's barrack, it's actually kind of tidy. But you can definitely tell that there's 5 guards here because there's 5 sets of a couple sets of clothes for each bunker, well, for each bed, for each bunk, and in each chest. Yeah, there's enough for 5 guards here for sure.
Does it appear like the equipment in the footlockers and stuff is things that they would carry normally with them or extra?
No, it's like personal items and stuff to shave with, and combs and just different odds and ends, personal stuff. A couple pictures of probably children and stuff like that, wives.
Okay, seeing nothing really that we find or anything from in here is take it as a staircase going up again.
Sure.
So I'm going to actually look and do a count on the beds and say, well, that's 5 guards. Where would Sergeant Thornbuck be sleeping then?
And he had 6 guards, I believe, so there should be a bit more space.
Oh, there's 5
So you got
guards in there for a
Sergeant
total of 6.
Total of 6, okay.
Yep, total of 6. Yep.
I would venture a guess it's up the stairs.
Well, carry on going up then, might as well have a look up there.
All right. Yeah, exactly as you thought. You go up to the next, the 3rd floor of the tower, and exactly there is one bunk there, and it is a quite. It's a no, I know it's actually kind of lavish for for being a temporary stay. You know, for the sergeant, there's a desk, an oil lamp, an orders book. You can see on, you know, no roll needed for this, but you can see the book where he's actually been stationed here for probably the last couple of months.
When's the last entry that he's got in there?
When he got here, when he took the week when he put in for his pay, that was about 4 or 5 days ago.
Okay.
But his personal stuff is there as well. His bed was made. You know, he's got pictures of his family up. There's a practice dummy in there.
Check around his stuff as well to see if we can find any like personal journal logs or like diary logs.
Sure, give me
Try
an
and get
investigation.
an idea of.
Yeah, as you're looking around, yeah.
I'll help him look through his stuff.
All right.
Is there any furniture around besides the bed?
Yeah, there's a desk, there's a chair, there's a bed, there's like a sitting seat.
So Mark is going to go to the sitting seat and just kind of relax while these guys start rifling through paperwork.
Sure, I like it. So as you're over there, Kalash, you're digging through some stuff. Omi comes over, and Kalash, as he's going through one of the drawers. Omi, you can tell as you're looking in there too. It looks like there's a hidden compartment on the sort of on like the side of this the inside of this drawer. And
hey, Cal,
Yes,
take a look at this.
He had a good roll.
I think there's a hidden compartment here.
Good eyes, good eyes. I didn't spot that. I had a missing cleaning.
You definitely didn't see it. So the hidden compartment has 20 gold in it. If you want to leave it there or keep it or whatever, that is up to you. But you know that there's 20 gold there.
Let's hold on to it for now.
Yeah, rather than kind of hanging around, and if we find him, we can always hand it back to him later.
Oh, by the way, was this in your room? I'm sorry about that.
Also pick up his journal and take it with him.
Okay, sounds good.
Hey Varys, read through the last few entries, see if they give us any clues about what's going on here.
Alright, I'll read through the last 3 entries.
Yeah, like I was saying, it's basically just talking about the rounds and how they're ready for any kind of attack from these scurvy bandits that have been raiding the coast. It has all of his times and whatnot for when he starts the shift, when he ends the shift. All of the different times that he's been paid and whatnot. He keeps a pretty good record of everything, but nothing out of the ordinary.
So there's nothing about the light going out or anything like that?
No, there isn't. No, it actually stops. Like I said, the last of it is about 4 days ago. So actually, a couple days before he presumably, kind of disappeared.
Oh, okay.
So one thing while I'm sitting in the chair relaxing while these guys do all the work, I'll kind of look over at the desk and take a peek. Maybe take an interest in the family photo. Can you kind of describe to me the family?
Yeah, he's got a couple little girls, looks like, and it also looks like he has a wife. Looks like they're all happy.
I'd like to see if that journal has names in them.
Sure. Yeah. Sure, there's a journal that says, "Oh, I can't wait to get back into the city so I can see my wife and her kids." So, what's his wife's name, and the kids? What did you read? Because I'm gonna write this down.
The wife's name's Krista.
All right. And the kids,
and
two girls.
these daughters. fair blonde lasses.
They're probably about 8 and 10.
Or I suppose they're attractive for humans. And I'll throw down the set it back down roughly.
What's
Walk
the
away.
name of the kids? Help me out here, guys.
Gertrude.
Gertrude and Megan. That's good. Alright, so now we know his wife's name and kids' names. Gertrude. I love it. Alright, so you know where 20 gold is. That's a good thing if you ever want to come back and... Oh no, actually I think you said you took it, didn't you?
Yeah, they took
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Let's just hold on to it for now.
Alright. Love it. Nothing's safe with the adventurers around. Alright, so you guys know that upstairs is the actual lighthouse itself. Where the beacon is, anyway.
I don't know
Wanna set
how
up?
a magical lighthouse works, but I'm assuming someone with magic would maybe have an idea.
Oh, I would definitely like to go take a look at it.
Alright.
Yeah. At this stage, I wouldn't have a clue. Maybe after having a bit of a look, we might be able to sort something out. So I think the best thing is to wander on up and see what we can see up there.
Alright, get a quick peek. Sounds good. Alright, so when you go up to the final floor, just as, you know, the door is closed, you go to jiggle the handle, and it is locked. So you can either, there's definitely a lock on it, so you can either smash
any
the
of the
door
keys?
or yeah.
Any of
You have
the
the
keys
keys?
we have work on it?
Yeah, you fiddle around with it for a couple of minutes, jiggling the keys around, and you actually find one that opens up the door. So as you open up the door, it's actually really nice. I mean, it's a sort of like a wraparound balcony that has a beautiful view of, you know, all of the surrounding area. You can see, you know, including the island, and you can also see Flint. I mean, it's just a beautiful view. Now, you also have to climb up. There's a like a ladder, and you climb up the ladder, and then on top of this little platform, that's where the beacon is, and it is like a brass stand, and it has this huge, beautiful crystal on the top of it at its center, and it's just moving around really slowly, but it's not lit at all.
I can climb the ladder and go up there and maybe make some kind of an Arcana check to see if I can see why it's not lit.
Sure, you can give me an Arcana check. Absolutely. Nice roll, by the way. Yeah, you can definitely sense the magic. I mean, it is radiating a very strong evocation magic. I mean, the source of this evocation magic is really strong, and it's there. But you have no clue why this thing is not working. You just have no clue.
I'm gonna go up with him and see if there's anything physically wrong with it.
Bang it around, see what happens.
Do what now? What was that verse?
The equivalent of kicking or banging on the side of the television and make it work.
Yeah.
Maybe something just a little off.
I ask Omi, I see, do you see anything physically wrong with it?
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out mechanically.
All right. You can give me an intelligence check. Same thing. I mean, the mechanics, all of the gears making this crystal rotate in place, all of this is working properly. You know, you take the little panel off the side of the you know, the brass stand, and everything is working. And in fact, there's no type of spring system or anything, and this thing is just rotating perfectly. So there's no source of energy that's turning this,
So it could
which
be
would be
something
the
like
magic.
a command word, some sort of command word to activate it.
So guys, it's not broken mechanically.
Well, and it's radiating magic pretty strong, but it's not. I mean, obviously, it's rotating mechanically, but it's the light is just obviously not out.
Definitely a strong radiating, type of magic, which is evocation.
Maybe it's the magic that's making it dark.
Morvain, do you have any useful spells that could help here?
I'm looking here. I don't think
Fireball.
anything.
Sorry.
Yeah. No,
what
I'm not high
Misty
enough
would
level
do.
yet.
Misty would have done that. Fireball necklace.
Or she would have thrown the whole necklace of fireballs at it.
Yeah, I'll get it working.
Omi, I don't have anything here that's going to help to be able to tell
Thanks
why
for the
that's not lit.
Well, let's check out the rest of the room up here and see if we can find anything.
Yeah, there's nothing else at the top, basically. It's just the stand and the ladder going up. Just a couple of people can basically fit up on the top of the stand. And then there's the balcony that basically surrounds it. But, I mean, everything appears to be working good. The mechanics of the rotating of the crystal. And then, that crystal is beautiful. But there's the evocation magic that's emanating from it, but no light. Maybe you need a clap or something, like the clapper or something. I don't know.
Twist the crystal, see if it's screwed all the way in.
I'll tap the spoons and sing at it.
It turns on. Oh my god. Yeah, you
That's
try
it,
everything.
guys.
You tried twisting the crystal, everything, and nothing happens. Something's just fishy about this.
Anybody able to cast light? Some cast light on the crystal.
That's funny, Kel. I was just about to say that.
Do you
Even if
cast
it's-
it?
Sure, I'm up there. I'll cast light on the crystal.
Nothing even happens when you cast your light spell on that crystal. Nothing happens.
Now
But
that's
then you could cast it on something else in there and it'll work, but just not on that.
yeah.
not on that
I
crystal.
try it on the wand just to check that, and I look at Omi and Kel both and say, okay, now that's really odd.
Yep. It is not
So
working.
so to me, it's either it's got some sort of magic on it nullifying the light, or it needs some command word or command or control device to actually turn it on and off as like a on and off switch. Neither of which look like they're currently here.
Maybe we can go see if Eigen has a book or something somewhere where we can find a command word or password or something.
Possibly in the study there might be some of these information about how to operate the lighthouse. So I'd imagine it's written down for the different generations to be able to learn how to use the lighthouse.
I'm wondering if somebody has used some kind of a warding magic to extinguish the crystal's light.
With your arcane check, now that you're kind of pondering that more vain, you think it could possibly have some type of curse upon it, maybe, especially with the light spell not working. It basically just absorbed your spell, just absorbed it, because it successfully went off.
I'll relay that to the rest of the party that it does appear to have some kind of a warding or some kind of a curse upon the crystal that's creating to where the light cannot light.
Okay, that leaves us with kind of two options there. If it's some sort of curse on there, is one,
He
you
did have
have
a
some
great arcane check of
higher magic than I've got
21.
to dismiss the magic on there.